Yeah, welcome back to lecture 33, divergence and curl of a vector field. In the previous lecture, we have studied the gradient, directional derivatives, and conservative vector field. So let's continue the previous lecture with two new notations or definitions, divergence and curl. So divergence of a vector field. Let V equals to V1I plus V2J plus V3K define a vector field where V1 is a function of XYZ, V2 is also function of XYZ, V3 is also function of XYZ. Separately, V1, V2, V3 are scalar field. But when you write in the form of IJK or in the form of vector V, it will become a vector field V. So V is a vector field here. So divergence of a vector field V is defined as del dot V. It's a dot product with del operator or divergence of vector V. We have two notations for it. It is equals to I del over del x plus j del over del y plus k del over del z dot v1I plus v2j plus v3k. When you use the dot product property, it will become del by del x of v1 plus del by del y of v2 plus del by del z of v3. So this is the definition. One important point is some people confused v dot del. What is v dot del here? V dot del is v1I plus v2j plus v3k dot I del over del x plus j del over del y plus k del over del z. So it is equal to v1 del by del x plus v2 del by del y plus v3 del by del z. Differential operator is not operated here at any function, but here operated on v1, v2 and v3. It means del dot v is not equal to v dot del. Remember this, del is operator here and v is vector here. So this is the correct definition of divergence, and it does not satisfy the commutative property because I know that A and B are if two vectors, then both satisfy A dot B equal to B dot A. But in the case of operator, this definition is not correct. Means dot product of vectors is commutative, but in the case of one operator, it is not correct. So remember this important point. Let's see one example. Find the divergence of a vector field V is equal to x square y square minus z cube I plus 2xyz plus e to the power xyzk. Let's see the solution. Divergence of vector v is equals to del dot v is equals to I del by del x plus j del by del y plus k del by del z dot v1 is given you as x square y square minus z cube I plus 2xyz plus e to the power xyz k. If you take the dot product, it will become del by del x. V1 part is x square y square minus z cube. You can directly write here plus del by del y 2xy plus del by del z of e to the power xyz. So it will be 2xy square plus 2x plus e to the power xyz into xy. So you can see that the output is a scalar value. Output is a scalar function. So remember, divergence output is always a scalar value. Its output is always a scalar function. Let's see the curl of a vector field. Similarly, the curl of vector field V is equal to V1I plus V2J plus V3K, where V1, V2, V3 are function of x, y, z, is defined as curl of V, or take the cross product del cross V, or vector product. Dot product is called scalar product and cross product is called vector product. And we know that how to define the cross product. We write in the determinant form I is a k. This is del by del x, del by del y, del vector here, del by del z, and v1, v2, v3. If you simplify it, you will get I del v3 over del y minus del v2 over del z minus j. If you take, it is del v3 by del x minus del v1 by del z plus k del v2 by del x minus del v1 by del y. So this is the definition of curl. This is the definition of curl. And output is, you can see that output is vector value, because we are doing the cross product, vector function. Output is vector function. So what we have studied till now, if we take the del function, we can multiply this with a scalar field and with a vector field. Multiplication, pre-multiplication. In a scalar field, it becomes gradient, grade f, if scalar field is f, grade f. And gradient G word is representing general product. The product we have studied till now. How to define this? I del f by del x individually operate plus j del f by del y plus k del l by del z. But in vector product, vector field, you have two cases, because if you have two vectors, then there are two ways to multiply them. If A and B are two vectors, then two type of product is defined. First is called dot product or scalar product, and second is called cross product or vector product. When you take the divergence, you take the D word. D means dot product. You can remember by this trick, dot product. So del dot V, and output will be the scalar function. When you take the curl, remember the C word. C means cross product. So del cross V, and output will be always a vector function, because you are doing the vector product. This is called dot product, is called scalar product. So this is the trick to remember three type of multiplication: with scalar field one type, and two type multiplication with vector field of del operator. Let's see one example here. Similar example I will see, which I've seen for the divergence. Find the curl of vector field V is equal to x square y square minus z cube I plus 2xyzj plus e to the power xyz k. Solution. So curl of V is equal to del cross V is defined as I j k del by del x del by del y del by del z. If you write x square y square minus z cube 2xyz e to the power xyz. If you 2 take I, then we have to take differentiation with respect to y. It will become xz e to the power xyz minus differentiation with respect to z. It will become 2xy minus j. Similarly, you do for the j term. It will give you yz e to the power xyz plus 3z square plus k. You will get 2yz minus 2x square y. 2x square y. So this is the curl of the given vector field. Let's see some important notations. Curl of gradient. So firstly, you are going to find the gradient. So for gradient, you need a scalar field. So let f be a differentiable scalar field. And what is f is? F is function of x, y, z. X, y, z. Then curl of grade f, gradient of f, or you can write curl means cross product of del operator and gradient means del operator with scalar field f. So this is the representation and this value is always 0. This value is always 0. Can we prove this? This is very important proof here. We can prove. Grade f is defined as I del f by del x plus j. You can see my 32th lecture, del f by del y plus k del f by del z. Now if you take del cross del f, so for the cross product you have to define a determinant I, j, k. So del is del by del x, del by del y, del by del z. Now what is del f here? Del f, grade of is del f by del x, del f by del y, del f by del z. If you simplify it, you will get I del 2f by del y del z minus del 2f by del z del y minus j del 2f by del x del z minus del 2f by del x del z plus k del 2f by del x del y minus del 2f by del y del x. And here f I am taking a differentiable and supposing the second order derivative, partial derivative are continuous, then it will be mixed derivative will be equal and these term will be cancelled out and it will become 0. So curl of grade f is 0 always. This gives a very famous remark here. You can remember the definition of conservative vector field. I have studied in the previous lecture. What is the definition of conservative vector field? A vector field is said to be conservative. It can be if it can be written as gradient of some scalar function f. So let V is conservative vector field, then V will be equal to grade of some scalar field f, some scalar field for some scalar field. Now we know that curl of grade f is 0 or del cross del f is 0 or del cross v equal to 0. So very interesting result. If V is conservative vector field, then its curl will be always 0. Curl of this conservative vector field will be always 0. I told one remark also on the conservative vector field. For this type of field, work done in moving a particle from point P to Q does not depend on the path. It depends on the only end points P and Q that we will discuss later in line integral. So this is very important remark here. Now second result is divergence of curl. You are going to find firstly curl. For curl you need a vector function. Similarly, for a gradient you need a divergence, you need a scalar function. So in curl of gradient you need for gradient a scalar field. Similarly, for curl you need a vector field. So let V be a vector field, then divergence of curl V, or divergence is dot product of del operator and curl means cross product with V is equal to 0. Let's see the proof. Del dot del cross V is equal to I del by del X plus J del by del Y plus K del by del Z. You can see the del cross V definition I have given here. Del cross V, this definition you can use, I discuss in the curl. So it is equal to I del V3 over del Y minus del V2 over del Z plus J del V1 over del Z minus del V3 over del X plus K del V2 over del X minus del V1 over del Y. If you do the dot product, you will get this is equal to 0. You can prove it. So we have a very important result. Divergence of curl V is also 0. Let's see one more example. Divergence of F into V vector, where F is scalar field and V is vector field. So what will be the divergence of F into V? It is equal to del of divergence means del dot F into V. We can write like this also. Divergence means dot product of del operator. It is equal to F into del dot V. It is divergence with V and you multiply with F, you will get a scalar value plus grade of F, gradient of F into V vector. So this value is also a scalar value and here you will get vector, but if you do the dot product with vector again, so total value you will get a scalar value. So ultimately you will get output is a scalar value. Output is a scalar value. So you can simply prove it by using substituting. You can put F equal to Fxyz and V equal to V1I plus V2j plus V3k and you can prove this result. I'm going to solve one very famous example of divergence. If R vector is xi plus yj plus zk and R vector magnitude is small r only, so that divergence of R vector over R cube, or del dot divergence means that dot product of del operator, R vector over R cube is 0, where R is magnitude of R vector. Let's see the solution. I told you if R vector is xi plus yj plus zk, in the previous lecture I have discussed these things, then R square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square, and I told you del R by del x is x by R, del R by del y is y by R, and del R by del z is z by R. You can see my previous lecture. Now let's see the divergence. R vector over R cube can be written as xi plus yj plus zk over R cube. I'm not putting the value of R cube here, but we know that R is here, R is here under root x square plus y square plus z square. Now, what will be the divergence? Divergence of R vector over R cube or del dot x over R cube I plus y over R cube j plus z over R cube k. Now you put the del definition, del value I del over del x plus j del over del y plus k del over del z. Dot product x over R cube I plus y over R cube z plus z over R cube k. Now you do the dot product, it will become del by del x over R cube plus del by del y of y over R cube plus del by del z of z over R cube. Call it as term 1 plus term 2 plus term 3. Call it as term 1 plus term 2 plus term 3. What is your term 1? Term 1 is del by del x of x over R cube. We cannot take R cube outside from the differentiation symbol because R is function of x, y, z. So use the denominator upon denominator differentiation rule, whole square of denominator is outside, derivative of numerator here, minus numerator is outside, derivative of denominator. So derivative of x will be 1 only, minus x, R cube derivative will be 3R square, and again derivative of R will be del R by del x over R to the power 6. Now more simplify, R cube minus 3R square x into, and del R by del x is nothing else, x by R. So what we have did here, derivative of R cube will be 3R square. Now we have to differentiate R with respect to x. So 1 R is cancelled out. So it is R cube minus 3x square R over R to the power 6. Similarly, term 2 will be R cube minus 3y square R over R to the power 6, and term 3 will be R cube minus 3z square R over R to the power 6. Now at T1, T2, T3, because you want addition of term T1, T2, T3. So it will be T1 plus T2 plus T3. Denominator is same. R cube plus R cube plus R cube. 3R cube minus 3. R we can take outside, x square plus y square plus z square. This value is equal to R square only. So it will become 3R cube minus 3R cube over R to the power 6. So this is 0 because this value is R square. So this is a very good example. Similar problem I have discussed in gradient also in the previous lecture. Let's see one more example, and I am giving you this example as a homework. If a vector is a constant vector, what is the meaning of constant vector? Let's see. And R vector is xi plus yj plus zk. This is a position vector. So that curl of A cross R is equal to 2A. Curl of A cross R is 2A. Constant vector means vector A is defined as A1i plus A2j plus A3k, where A1, A2, A3 are constant values. These values are not depending on any variable. But in the vector, if you take a vector field v1 xyz I plus v2 xyz j plus v3 xyz k. Here v1, v2, v3 are not constant. They are depending on xyz. But here a1, a2, a3 are constant because they are not depending on any variable. So this is the definition of constant vector here. Let's see some important remarks. These are most important remarks. First, related to gradient, related to divergence. Let vector v denotes the velocity of a fluid in a medium if divergence of V is 0, then the fluid is said to be incompressible. Incompressible. So this is the important property of divergence in the fluid dynamics. Second is, in electromagnetic theory, if divergence V equal to 0, then the vector field V is said to be solenoidal. So this is again an important remark for the divergence. In the fluid dynamics, fluid is said to be incompressible. In electromagnetic field, vector field is said to be solenoidal. Let's see one more remark on the curl. In fluid mechanics, curl V, where V is the velocity, measures the vorticity of the fluid. If V is the velocity of the fluid, then curl V represents the vorticity of the fluid. And if curl V equal to 0, then V is said to be irrotational field. And fourth, I have already discussed, if V is conservative vector field, I have discussed already this remark, then their curl will be always 0. Let's see some important identities which are useful, and I am giving you as a homework to prove these identities. First, curl of F into V, where let F be a scalar field and V be a vector field. Then curl of F be equal to, we find the gradient of F, because always we find gradient of any scalar function, cross V plus F into curl of V. Second result is, this is a very important result. Divergence of grade F or del dot del F, this is equal to del square F, where del square is del 2 over del x2 plus del 2 over del y2 plus del 2 over del z2. This is called Laplacian operator. And the third is curl of V or del cross V. Remember, these are very confusing identities. Earlier I have discussed 2 and 3. There are 3, 4 here. One I discussed in the example part. So remember these identities. It is equal to del of del dot V. We will get a scalar output and we will take the gradient, minus del square of V. Or if you find this notation, this is called grade of divergence of V. We can represent like this also, because this is divergence, then output will be scalar, and for scalar we will find the gradient. It is equal to del cross V plus del square V. If we send this from to left hand side, we will get this type of result. Well, del square is Laplacian operator. Let's see one example. This is a famous example asked in many times. in different competitive exams. Find the values of A, B, and C such that vector field V is equal to 3x plus AY plus Z iota plus 2x minus y plus bzj plus x plus cy plus zk is irrotational. So I told you, in the case of irrotational vector field, curl V will be equal to 0. Curl of V will be equal to 0. So del cross V equal to 0 means I z k is equal to 0. This is equal to del y del x, del y del y, del y del z. And if you write the coefficient of V here, 3x plus ay plus z, 2x minus y plus bz, x plus cy plus z. And if you calculate it, I will give you c minus b, minus j will give you 1 minus 1, plus k will give you 2 minus a, equal to 0 can be written as 0 vector, 0y plus 0j plus 0k. If you compare, the coefficient of k is 0, 2 minus a equal to 0 will give you a equal to 2. The coefficient of j is 0 here, j is 0 here, so no unknowns are calculating here. Now see the coefficient I, that is c minus b equal to 0, so b equal to c. So here b or c is arbitrary. If you can take any value of b and c, but that value will be always equal. If you take c equal to 2, then v must be equal to 2 again. If c equal to 5, then v will be 5. So this is the lecture based on divergence and curl. And in next lecture, I will discuss line integral, work done, that is very important, path independence for the conservative vector field. So next lecture is also very important. I hope you will see what is the basics of vector calculus in lecture 31, 32, 33. These are essential to understand further lectures. Okay, thank you.